So for most people that know us, we're just a bunch of, Mississippi redneck boys from Greenville and Clarksdale, Mississippi. But we met through golf. We're both golfers, is what we did most of our life, especially growing up. But Bozzy and me played high school golf together. He was always just a grinder. We would be paired together all the time, playing, number 1 or 2 for Lee and Washington School.
Mm-hmm.
But needless to say, so when we got out of high school, I went and played college golf in North Carolina. Bozzy went to Delta State. He's a year older than me. But I didn't make it too long in college, which we'll get into that down the road.
Another episode.
It wasn't built for me, but it wasn't because of the golf. But I found my way into a little mortgage job bullshit, commission. Had me a little hustling game across town and beat some boys up pretty good from Alabama. And instead of making enemies with me, they made friends with me, and they said, hey, why don't you come play with us and bring a buddy? I said, okay. And they said, but make sure he's good, but he doesn't look like he's any good. I said, I got the guy. I ring you up. You're up there at Delta State, what, as a junior? Yeah, junior year. Y'all are damn near winning national championships. You won a few tournaments.
Made the national title. I was playing. That's the best I've ever played. That was 2005, I think. Whatever.
You could go.
That was the best.
You could go.
But,
there's a reason I called you.
Yeah. But it didn't look like it.
Oh, you could hit the nastiest duck hook I've ever seen in my life. The modern day golf doesn't really have to deal with the duck hook like we did.
No,
with the old clubs.
It's different.
But anyway, so I ring my boy up right here, and I say, "Hey, man, I need you to come meet me in Alabama. We're gonna play golf against some guys." You said, "All right."
How much? What are we doing?
So next thing you know, we get out to this tournament, and the guys bring us along, and he says, "Hey, you need to shoot 78 the first day, and you need to shoot 83. You need to sit on one side of the room. You need to sit on the other. You buy him. And the next day, y'all need to go out, and you need to shoot 70, and you need to shoot 68. And so long story short, we did it.
That's what we did. That's what
Took him his block and went back on our way, and then next thing you know.
I'll never forget that first time. It was somewhere in Alabama. I can't remember.
Gadsden.
And it's exactly what happened. 83, 78, and then you shot 68 on the next round. I shot 69.
That's right.
Get back, and we're going to practice out at Delta State, and we always practiced at Cleveland Country Club. Delta State's course wasn't any good, and our coach was Sam Dunning, who's he's the pro at Cleveland Country Club. He finally retired, but one of the best pros there is.
Oh, he was the best.
Just old school. He was the best. I love him to death. And he said, "Rodney, come in my office." I'm like, "Oh gosh, here we go. What's he want?" He already gets mad at me because he tried to make us work out and run and wake up at like 6. I'm like, "Coach, I can't do that." And he always gets so mad. But I was like, "I don't know what this is about." And he said, "What'd you do this past weekend?" I'm like, "I played golf." And he goes, "You did? Where'd you play?" "Oh, we went and played, some tournament, me and a buddy over in Alabama." "How'd you do?" I'm like, "Man, where's he going with this?" And so I had a rough first 18, shot 83. Where'd you shoot second time? 69. "Oh, okay. Yeah. You win any money?" I'm like, a little bit, Coach.
There was no NIL.
Yeah, no NIL, anything like that. He said, "Look," he said, "stop that shit, man." He's like, "Come on." I had a guy call me that used to play at Delta State that was there, and they found out, and he calls me and tells me, what happened and this and that. And he's like, just stop that shit. And I'm like, "All right, Coach, all right, whatever." But, we stopped for a little bit until, when you're 19 years old and guys saying, "I'll give you $1,000 and 10% of what you make me just to show up." It's hard to turn down, especially when you grew up like we grew up. When you grow up at a country club, like Greenville and Clarksdale, it's all it is gambling.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's why we've got so many, friends. My they pretty much raised me,
Oh, yeah.
out on the golf course.
Oh, you do.
But I tell them all the time. I'm like, yep, reason I'm the way I am because of y'all. I tell them all the time, but that's that really started mine and your bond.
No doubt.
It was we had a lot of fun.
We spent a lot of time on the road.
Yeah, and some people look at us or might be watching this and say, "Oh man, not think it's the best or whatever." But maybe we were just playing golf, having fun, making money.
No doubt.
At that age, and we got a lot of good stories.
Oh God, that kind of golf gave me the confidence to go to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah.
You playing for that kind of money under that kind of pressure, every hole, every shot, it's just.
And there's a difference.
It trains you.
There's a difference between gambling golf and tournament golf. And we're going to get into a lot of this. And we're going to talk a lot of golf because that's what we are. We're golfers.
Yeah.
We know a lot of golfers. We played so many tournaments, so many different styles, from gambling. Will played he got his PGA Tour card. He played on the Nationwide. I was just tagging along. What I really wanted when he was like, let's move out to Scottsdale, Arizona, and I was a junior at Delta State. We just been number one in the nation, made the national championship, just had an unbelievable team, and he's like, come on. I was like, man. And I called Dad, and I was like, man, I'm going out there with Will. Like, I was like, I just want to pursue it. And my whole thing was like, I just wanted, I knew you had a chance, and I wanted to be there. And I was trying my hardest to get this, to get him wrap around with his head how good he was. I mean, this guy was number one in the world as a junior golfer. I mean, come on, that's pretty damn impressive. But as us Delta boys, there's other things that come along that interfere. And I was trying to get him focused, and I tried, and I got him to the USAM. I got him we went to Q school. I got him through Q school. And, it just didn't go right. I could not grasp you. I could not get you to do what I wanted you to do.
Correct.
And it's kind of.
Well, when you never have failure, you don't ever know to change.
That's right.
It would have been better if I stayed in college for a couple of years and got my ass kicked. Instead, I went for a year, had a couple pretty good tournaments, jumped right on the starting squad, even though I was out partying, having fun, never going to workouts, never going to class.
Yeah.
Still winning, still competing. And then all of a sudden you get to the tour and you're inside the top 200 and it's a different animal.
Yeah. No,
it'll rattle you.
Yeah.
The first time you get beat, you find out about yourself.
But you don't realize how hard you have to work to be elite. And that's in anything.
Correct.
That's in anything. That's like right now. I told you, we're on a mission right now, and I'm on a mission. Right? I'm not going to stop until this podcast is number one, definitely in Mississippi. And I mean, I believe it. I believe in myself. I believe in me and you. And I finally think I got your attention, and we're going to get people's attention. But we have to work just as hard at doing this as I was trying to tell you that you have to work in golf. You had it no matter what. You didn't have to hardly practice. But I knew you needed to, and you needed that structure and know how to practice and say, okay, this morning we're getting up, you're working out, we're going to the putting green, we're going to do these drills, then we're going to play 9 holes, then we're going to chip. That's every single day.
Correct.
And that's what I kept telling you.
Well, we talk about it all the time. I mean, if there was an easy way to make it, we'd have found it by now.
Yeah.
We've tried everything.
Quick
money making, no work.
Yep.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
The karma's not going to let it happen. You got to grind.
It might take a while. I turn 40 next week. It might take a while, but hey, I got a lot of people that doubt me. A lot of people that pull for me too. But there's a lot of doubters, and I love proving people wrong.
Ain't no doubt about that.
I love proving. I mean, Biggie the other day, he was giving me hell. Hey, I hope he watches. And he's like, but I'll promise you, Biggie, I'm coming, sir.
Shout out to Biggie. I love you, Biggie.
But our the whole thing is, we're gonna have this podcast, and we're gonna, obviously Ole Miss is our thing, and we're selling merch, trying to come up with the best merch, and we're gonna get. It's gonna take us a little while to get all that kind of organized. One thing we can do is, I feel like we can put out good content, put out good merch. We got to get the back end of shipping, inventory, and I think we'll get there. I feel like we got a system now that's going to take a little time, that we'll have somebody that's customer service, we'll have our shipping set up right, our websites. I mean, we got Travis back here, Travis played baseball at Ole Miss from 2003 to 2005, and so I mean we got us a good Ole Miss family. I told y'all in my post the other day, his granddad is K.O. Dotley, one of the best Rebels of all time.
No doubt.
I mean, look at this helmet. I don't know if you can see it. I probably could grab it, but he got how long did his rushing record?
Until last year.
Until last year, he was
73 years.
And in that helmet,
13, 12, and 9 games.
I mean, I don't know how you're
no
not
face
dead.
mask.
I mean, you just like get killed with a helmet like that. Now these kids, you can't even touch them. I mean, the rules are changed so much. But how that held for that long, and then he backs it up with another 1,000 yards, and he goes and plays Chicago Bears.
Yep.
And so I mean, we got a lot of Ole Miss up in here. Like I said, I did play golf at Delta State, but at Ole Miss, I've always loved them. And I live in Oxford. So Boyz in the SIP, that's going to be our main thing, all right? Our merch is sold on sipgear.com.
That's right.
All right, but what we're going to get to with time is we're going to have hunting in the SIP. We're going to have party in the SIP. We're going to have music in the SIP. All these are going to be the under Boyz in the SIP that we want people we'll hire come in. They're going to run those accounts, and they're going to be putting that type of content out, because it's Mississippi.
We want to bring Mississippi together.
That's right.
Connect it
in a fun,
everything Mississippi
in a fun way, and I mean unfiltered. We're going to say what we want. I mean, I told him the other day, he's like, man, what do you think we should, dial it back or whatever? He's like, no, man, let's just be who we are. And if we piss somebody off,
I don't listen to anybody. That's
if we piss somebody off, that's all right. I feel like we'll make a lot more people happy than we piss off.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll try to stay away from politics as much as possible. But whatever, we got our opinion, you got yours, and we don't, we're not dissing anybody's opinion.
Correct.
Everybody's got one. It's like my father-in-law says, opinions are like assholes. Yeah. Everybody's got one.
Correct. You ain't gonna bother me one way or the other.
That's right.
I promise you
that. So that's kind of where we're at and where we're going. We just kind of wanted our audience to know, what we're doing. And and like I said, we're on a mission, and two best friends, and I feel like sitting here with you is just. I was nervous. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I was nervous. You saw me pacing around before. Like, you all right?
Yeah.
I'm all right, man. I'm all right, But it's felt really natural, and that's why I'm so glad we did it just like this.
Yeah.
Sitting on the couch instead of we were trying to maybe set something up, whatever.
Well, the real fun's going to come when we start getting the guests.
Oh, yeah.
The guest list to come is going to be insane. We'll be posting. We'll be giving you previews, letting you know who's coming. But the amount of people we've met through the years is you're going to get a real preview into who we are.
Yeah. For the first episode, I think it was pretty damn good. So,
yeah. Start sending us content.
Yeah.
We'll post it.
We'll post it.
Everything
no doubt.
Mississippi.
Yeah. We got SIP_gear on Instagram. I just got the Boyz in the Sip Instagram, and it's with the Z, the Boyz in the Sip. And I'll send all that out. We got the Facebook. Trying to clean up my Facebook. Travis
the Boyz in the Sip. Well, we always roll.
We might even make a song. You never know with us.
Shit, I wrote one the other night.
So, but we're gonna try to clean everything up and get it, looking professional. Everything else has just been, like I said, it's just been me doing the best I can. So. But it's time.
It's time to go to the next level.
What'd you say?
It's time. Mullins? That's Chucky, baby.
Chucky Mullins. It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
And knock your ass off.